Hey, good morning, good morning. Happy, what is it, Saturday? Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope everybody's having a really great day today. I'm just going to go ahead and get this up here and see what I can do. Share. Let's see. See if we can get some people to join us, and then I'll get started here with just my quick little live for today. So let's see. Share on your timeline. Right? Is that me? I always forget. Hi, good morning. How are you doing? If you're here, definitely shout out that you're here. I got this weird glow from the skylight that's happening, but that's okay. And then we'll go ahead and get going here. So let's see. Share on your friends. No, I want to share on my own timeline. Okay. Post. Boom. There we are. All right. Excellent. So Facebook doesn't always let me see different, let's see. So Facebook doesn't always let me see different things. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Thanks for joining. Thank you for joining. I'm glad that you popped in and said hi, because it wasn't showing me who was here. So I love the interaction of these lives. I think it's so awesome. So I'm trying to figure out, there we go. Let me scoot over this way. I can scoot over a little bit. You guys are going to, oh no. See, this is what happens with live. You never know. Okay, so I'm going to get going here because it's Saturday and everybody's busy and they have tons of things to do. So let's get going. So you guys all saw the title of this, and it's Cheaters Never Win. And today we are talking about food and cheaters never win. So anybody who's my client knows that I do not like the term cheat meal. I don't like it at all. I prefer to call it a treat meal, because let's face it, that's what you're doing. You're treating yourself. Cheating has such a negative connotation with it. I do not like that word. I don't like anything negative when we talk about to ourselves about our new life. So I do not like the term cheat meal. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Dina Kowalczyk, and I am the owner of Radiant Journey Health Coaching, and I come to you from Hampstead, New Hampshire. I run online group and private one-on-one coaching sessions to help you break the chains of emotional eating and live the healthiest lifestyle for you. So let's go ahead and get started here. And again, if you think that this is something that your friends and family on Facebook would be interested in viewing, please share this video. I really do appreciate all the shares that my videos have been getting lately. And of course, if you have any questions regarding anything that I am speaking about, you can drop your question down here, or you can always private message me after the video. Okay, so cheaters never win. Basically, the thing is that we are going to get rid of the term cheat meal. That is my goal in life, is to get rid of the term cheat meal. It is a horrible term, and it's so negative, and you should never talk negative about yourself. So we are going to start calling it a treat. It is a treat meal, and yes, you can have it once in a while. So today, what we're going to talk about are the different ways that you can control your treat meal, okay? Your treat meal. We're going to keep saying that over and over again until everybody is calling it a treat and not a cheat meal. Okay, so your treat meal needs to be planned. It should not be spare of the moment. It should not be something that you just have haphazardly, because unfortunately that's what turns into a binge or falling off track or not necessarily being able to go back and do what go back on your plan and what your plan might be. So the first thing I like to tell people when it comes to your treat meals, okay, is plan ahead. Everything that I tell with my clients, oops, looks like my internet's getting a little weird here. Everything I tell with my clients is plan ahead. We plan our meals. We plan our We plan our meals ahead. We plan all of our healthy living ahead. So now what I want you to do is I want you to also plan your treat meal as well. It's just that simple, okay? So that's what we're going to do. So when you plan your treat meal, what you're going to do is you're going to have an idea of what you're going to have for your treat, okay? You're going to want to know that even though you're having foods that you don't, hey Donna, thanks for joining, even though you're having foods that you don't normally eat, you don't want to go completely overboard. Okay. You don't want to say, oh, well, you know what? I don't usually, today because it's my treat meal, I'm going to go ahead and have like 3 ice cream sundaes and I'm going to have like all the fried foods and everything. No, you don't want to do that because that will actually make you sick. Once you start eating a healthy lifestyle, those kind of foods are going to make you feel worse after you eat them. They're no longer going to be fun. So you want to plan ahead. You kind of want to know what you're doing. Make it an event. Go out with people, go out with friends, share it with others. Even if it's just people on Instagram, take a picture of it and put it on Instagram. If those are, your friends that you want to share that with, do those kinds of things because what you don't want is to eat your treat meal in private because then it won't seem like it's an actual treat. Okay, you want it to be something that you're doing, not just the food that you're eating. Okay, you want, a lot of times my clients will say, look, I want to go out, and that's fine, go on out, but use that as your treat. Use that as the time that you're going to not only treat yourself to a meal that you don't normally eat, but you're also going to treat yourself to the friendships and the conversation and getting out there. That's what you want to do. Hey, everybody. So if you are on here, shout and say hi. Facebook doesn't always tell me who's on, but it says there's a couple people watching, so I would love to know who's here. Okay, right now we're talking about treat meals and how we are banishing the word cheat meals from our new lifestyle because everything is positive here at Radiant Journey. And so we are calling them treat meals. And we're talking about how you need to plan ahead for your treat meals. You need to go ahead and, plan what restaurant you want to go to. Maybe a lot of restaurants have their menus online now. You can look ahead. So for example, we went out for a friend's birthday last night. My husband and I both decided that was going to be our treat meal for this week. So that's what we did. He enjoyed some fish and chips. I had some pork belly with some beets and goat cheese. It was amazing. We both had a drink and we split a dessert. So we had a great treat and we got to share it with friends and celebrate a really amazing birthday for a really dear friend of ours. So that's what we did. So we planned ahead and we knew what we were going to eat and we knew how we were going to actually enjoy that time instead of just saying like, well, let's just order a pizza and sit on the couch, because then it's not a treat because then you're in your sweatpants hanging out. And I don't know, maybe that is a treat for you. Maybe you don't get to do that very often. So you want to kind of make it an event. You want to have fun with it because it's a treat. Okay. The next tip that I have is make sure it's not a binge. Okay. So what's the best way that we can make sure that doesn't turn into a binge? First of all, there are no cheat days. Okay. Maybe your birthday, but that's it. There are no cheat days. There are just cheat meals. All right. Because what happens is if we have a cheat day, we get totally everything that we've learned over the past weeks or months, about healthy habits gets thrown right out the window. And we all know it's so easy to lose a habit. Once we've created it, it's so easy to get rid of it that we don't want to do a cheat day. We just want a cheat meal. Okay. So don't allow it to be a whole day. That's one way to avoid a binge. The second thing you want to do is before you go out and enjoy your treat meal, you want to make sure that you are already planning ahead to how you're going to get back on track with your healthy lifestyle for the very next meal. Not the next Monday, not the next day, not next week, but the next meal. That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're actually you're planning your healthy next meal. Okay. So for example, again, what we did. So we went out last night. We enjoyed our treat meal. We woke up this morning. The first thing we did, we were right back on plan. We were at the gym. So we went to the gym and then we both enjoyed, a typical breakfast for us, which was, eggs, and some vegetables. So we were right back on track. And that's what you have to do. Sometimes it's hard because you wake up the next day and you're like, oh man, like my treat meal might still sitting in my stomach and it's heavy and I just want to I just want to keep eating like that, or I don't want to eat anything at all. That's what you don't want to do. You want to make sure that you're actually getting healthy food in and you're getting active again. You want to get right back on your plan. Okay. So that's another way to make sure that it doesn't turn into a binge. Have a buddy that you do this with. I'm very fortunate that my husband and I are both on similar plans. So, we have our treat together, and then we also, we encourage each other to get right back up and going, which is nice. So maybe if you're having a treat, maybe the next day, you make plans with your gym buddy to meet you at the gym. So at least you're doing something. Go for a walk with the family. Plan some kind of activity or something that's going to get you right back on plan. The next tip that I have is something that you kind of want to think about before you do your treat meal, and that is, can you handle a treat meal? Are you at the stage where you're ready to be able to eat something and then get right back on your plan? Okay, some people work better when everything is black and white, and they say, you know what, for the next 6 weeks, I can't do this. I have to stick to my plan for at least 6 weeks. That's fine if that works for you. Now, don't do that because you're punishing yourself. Do that because you know that you're the type of person that goes this way for so long and you have to reach your goal before you do that. Just things to think about before you do that. I encourage treat meals with all of my clients because a lot of my clients are making a lot of really big changes in their lives, and I want them to be able to, not feel like they're completely changing everything in their lives. I want them to be able to go out and still enjoy, their time with their friends and family and stuff like that. Okay. The other thing that I like, the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to your treat meal is I really want people to think about their goals. Okay. And again, that kind of goes back on planning ahead. It kind of encompasses everything. Just because you're out having a treat doesn't mean you have to forget your goals, okay? And that kind of goes back to it not making it a treat day, all right? You want to make sure that you're spending time, thinking, hey, I could eat, this entire box of donuts as my treat meal, but there we go. There's like 3,000 calories and I still have to eat my other food today. Okay, my healthy food, my good food that's going to give me nutrition and nutrients and make me feel good and give me energy. So think about those things. If you want to have a donut or have a, something like that for your treat for the week, then by all means, go for it. But don't go into excess, okay? You want to keep your goals in mind and how much is this going to affect your end goal? Because I will admit, so last night, again, we had our treat last night. I woke up this morning and I'm feeling it. I feel a little sluggish. I feel a little bloated. I didn't sleep well last night because of what I ate. It was very tasty, don't get me wrong, but my body's not used to it. So it's going to take a couple of days for my body to be able to get back onto its track where it was working at the 100% that it was working before. Okay, so that's something that you want to keep in mind, is that it does take your body time to recover from these treats. So the more off plan you go, the more you're going to have to work to get back on plan. Okay, so those are the tips that I have, just quick tips for you guys this weekend. Again, my name is Dina Kowalczyk. I'm the owner of Radiant Journey Health Coaching. We offer group online coaching as well as private coaching packages as well. And here's Abby. Everybody wants to see Abby all the time. And we are, hey, Dara, thanks for joining right at the end. So I hope you, thank you though. I really appreciate you for coming on here. Does anybody that's been watching have any questions regarding your treat meals? Again, I want to always reiterate over and over again, because that's how you create a habit. It's something that you do over and over again until it becomes natural to you. Okay. Oh, is that JJ? All right. I hope he gets some good naps. And so excuse me. So I will say it over and over again. It is a treat, is a treat, is a treat, and treat it that way. Because you really want to make sure that you're enjoying this time. Don't eat at home in the, or, closet eating or anything like that. Don't do that as your treat. Hey, Jenna. What I really want people to realize is that you need to enjoy your life, enjoy food, enjoy everything that goes along with it. And remember that this is a lifestyle. And that's why we allow these treats to happen, is because they are things that you want to enjoy in your life. Okay. So again, if anybody has any questions about any of this, please let me know. I also would love it if you would share these videos with your friends and family here on Facebook, and because I love sharing this knowledge with everybody. So everybody have a great day, and I will see you guys all soon. I think I might be coming back tomorrow with some recipes. Not sure. It kind of all depends on how the day goes. But if you guys do have any questions, definitely let me know. And Abby, do you want to say goodbye? Bye, Abby. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.